What's up? How the heck is everybody doing? 4 people in. Got Shannon Trailer, my guy. What's up? How is it going? Just giving us another go around. My video the other night was terrible. Make sure the feed looks decent. What's up, David? There we go. Not too bad. Trying to increase my efficiency here if we're gonna do stuff like this. It's kind of weird. I like looking at 2 spots. We got David Monroe. What's up, man? Missed you. Let's go. Glad to see you back. Yeah, having fun. How you been? Truly miss you. What do you have behind you? Behind me is the old big tank from the old Fishroom. Got some of the, it's got Hulk in it. I don't know how the hell I'm going to do this, because I've got like a little tripod situation set up. I got to figure out how to show you guys stuff. I might just sit here. I have no clue, but we've got a Parachromis Freddy female F1 Midas. Dude's freaking ridiculous. Hulk, of course, still kicking. Kotzalkos male, and then a Jag male. We got 6 people. What's up? Where's my coffee? I have no idea. 7 people, 6 people. What's up with you guys? If you're watching this video, you obviously have nothing to do, because I have no clue what the hell I'm doing. The Midas is nice. He is super nice. I got him on Aquabid from a guy. He sells on there a lot. I've actually thought about ordering more fish from him. Can't recall how old he is. It's so hard. Once you keep fish for as long as I've been, like, you completely lose track. Like, I had to look up. I can't remember. He's maybe a couple years old, about 10 inches. Fish farm on Aquabid. I can look it up real quick. Aquabid. This is kind of nice. I got the dual thing going on here. I don't care about dark theme. Jesus. What is going on? I just want to Google here for it. There we go. Let's go to Fish Farm USA. I think it's a pretty legit breeder, because that's where the Midas came from. Where are the comments at? What's up, Freddy? What the hell? Feed the fish. Feed the fish what? What's lull? Is that a new food? By Hikari? Feed the fish lull. Freddy, hope you're back. I'm here right now, so I can't. I mean, what is back? I've never went away. My YouTube channel has maintained. The videos have always been there. I use that YouTube account to watch significant amounts of YouTube. So I never really went anywhere. I just never turned on a camera until the other day. And really liked the... I've been watching a bunch of live streams, Aquarium Co-op a lot. It's kind of cool because he's relatively local to me. And it seems so effortless to just be able to sit in front of the camera, have the people hit up with some questions and fire back with some answers. It's as big as my freaking head. I've got this on like a swivel chair so we can kind of... There's the light. Got some 10s over there. Look at this. Look at that. Just so you guys have perspective, every other fish in this tank is at least 8 inches long. And most of them, like this guy right here, is a solid, I want to say he's a solid 10 inches. Easily. And that's just how big Hulk is. He's ridiculous. We got 10 people, 9 people, 10 people. I can't keep track. So much going on. What's up with all you? What are you doing on a, what day is it? Friday that you have literally nothing to do so that a dead YouTube channel could pop back up and you'd watch it. Ugh. Oh yeah, with some comments. You got any questions? A couple of suggestions. I think that's from Hamilton. David, it's 1 a.m. in Scotland. Holy crap. Missed the first live stream. Had to be here for the second. Well, all power to you for being up at 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm up at 1 o'clock in the morning usually, but for the other like that's when I wake up for work. Super fun to get up that early every day. So I never stay up that late. But David, thank you. To think that, granted, I'm not sure what there is to do at 1 o'clock in the morning in Scotland. Never been there. What's up, Gunners Fishroom? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. And it's not one of those like work week, it's Tuesday and I'm off tomorrow when it's Friday. It's actually Friday. That's one of the things that drives me nuts. You're like, oh, how's it going? It's good. It's my Friday. It's like, nah, dude. Monday. Friday's in 4 days. Today's your Monday, today's my Monday. But today is actually Friday. Unless you're in Scotland. Is it a different day in Scotland, David? I have no idea. I'm not very cultured. 10 people in the chat. This light is making me question if my vision is okay. Hopefully it looks better than the last one. That last live stream looked like poopy. Granted, I have no idea what I'm doing. I have it right here, so it looks decent on my end. Still not amazing, but better. It's 1 a.m. Saturday morning. That makes sense. That makes sense. That would make sense that 1 a.m. right now somewhere else would be a different day. That's crazy. guy right here. He's flipping. Gorgeous. Some battle action going on. What do we got? I'm kind of blocking the view. Oh, on this side. Face off. This tank does really well. It's the big tank, so there's lots of space in there for them to move around. They don't really do anything crazy. This guy over here, the Fred. If anybody gets picked on in the tank, it's her, and she holds her own pretty well. Got a little 55 over there. So as I've kind of jumped back, I never got out of the hobby. Where the chat at? Hold on. Why do you want to do anything? Alright, lost the chat. There it is. There's a button. It says live chat. Have you got any more fish-related plans in 2021? From David. Fish-related plans? No. I am like by the seat of my pants at this time. We're like, I got this 55 recently. I had recently set up the two, whatever this is, Funky Dimension 8x30 by 20. And I've got two 75s underneath. I set that up recently, and it gave me the itch to set up a few more tanks. And so I've got to my left over here, you're right. I don't, this is confusing. I've got 4 10s and a 40 breeder. And then over here I've got a 55 and a 40. I'm up to 10 tanks. Although I don't think 10s really count, but they do. What's up, DEA Exotics? Hello. Hello. How's it going? Now, is that Drug Enforcement Agency? Do they have their own branch of fish keeping? Interesting. What's up, Niels Vandermotten? Hopefully I said that right. What's happening? This is happening right now. This. Sitting here talking to a very bright ring. Ooh, I can adjust the light on this. Check this out. Oh, that's up. Ooh. What's better? Is that better? How's that look? Or do I feel like that's more natural? Maybe it is. Problem is this one looks amazing, and then I look at it, it doesn't look super great, but whatever. Yes, we do. Oh my gosh. Are they confiscated from like cartels? I bet some cartels got some like crazy like $1 trillion koi and some stuff. Interesting. You got a good collection going. I had 8 tanks at once. At one time, down to 1 now. That's kind of how it goes. Ebbs and flows unless you're really, really in it. It's a lot of work. A lot of the stuff I've been doing recently is, I'm going to set up and have 10 tanks running, trying to make things more efficient, water changes, so that I can stay on top of maintenance, because as you kind of fade with your focus within the hobby, the first thing to go is like water change frequency, gravel vac frequency, maintenance frequency, especially when you've got fish like I keep that are just the hardiest of hardy. You could put them in a bucket, leave it outside, forget about it, and they're just going to be great. And so like Hulk, to my like discredit, like is probably over the last couple years hasn't been getting optimal attention. And just recently I'm really like trying to, if I'm going to keep him and if he's going to keep living, I might as well take care of him to the best of my ability. And so I'm going to set up a few more tanks. I installed a little sink so that I can do same temperature water changes. This is my garage, kind of my little man cave. I can do same temperature water changes so that it's not spiking or dropping, because it gets a little colder in here during the winter, and I don't like the crazy dips in temperature. Plus I want to do bigger water changes, so if I can level out the temp, that's great. DEA Sauce, glad to see you back. make sure you don't use the wrong drugs in your aquarium. See, I think the wrong drugs is what gets somebody inside of their aquarium. Like, I don't think you get in the aquarium and then you do the drugs. You do the drugs, and then you somehow end up in the aquarium. I think I saw a video of Joey swimming in his 2,000-gallon concrete tank, and it'd be interesting if we saw a little pee sample around that time, see what was going on. Gunner's Fishroom. A lot of the old YouTube cichlid channels vanished. It's good to see you back. They really did. And that's not because they weren't, that's just how YouTube works. YouTube's difficult. I don't think people quite understand how hard it is to do the YouTube thing, especially at a lower level. You know, everybody thinks if they see subscribers that that person can all of a sudden quit their job and, you know, they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars and all this kind of stuff. And there are lots of people on YouTube who make a great living. But the process to that is ridiculously difficult, ridiculously slow. And you can see who is making fish videos now, and the content that's getting made is by the people who do it the best. You know, you have Aquarium Co-op, who is running this amazing store online, super informative. It's crazy. And you got Joey, who, you know, went from a guy who was, you know, showing you how to build a wood stand for your aquariums. And you guys want to know a secret? He's teaching you how to build the exact same stand 8 years later, and he's figured out how to keep your attention and get 1 million subscribers. Because he's brought you inside of his life, his family, his personality, inside of his fish keeping, and he keeps going bigger and bigger and different, and he's always got something going on. That's the difficulty in this situation. Like for me, like I don't have anything left to do in this room in terms of building stands or all that kind of stuff. Like it's set up, I've got the fish I want in my tanks, and so it's basically at a maintenance level. So what the hell am I going to do for a video? What's up, dude?
I'm gonna tell you that, like, while I'm playing Super Smash Bros., I'm, like, mashing buttons and I'm like,
yeah.
making power, you know what it is?
Got a Nintendo Switch for Christmas, and taking up a lot of time. But, yeah, a lot of the old guys did disappear. And there was a ton of guys that I was kind of in that group with that have real life. I mean, that's the hidden story behind YouTube channels. When you watch YouTube, it's like these people have real lives. You know, they have families, they have jobs, they've got, you know, mortgages and stuff like that they've got to pay for. It's very easy for the first thing to go. It's like, I don't have time to make a YouTube video. I got to go to work, and then I got to get home, and then I've got a project to do in my bathroom. And, you know, a lot of times you move houses, and maybe you don't move 35 tanks. Maybe you move 12 tanks. Maybe you stop keeping fish altogether. Who knows? Fish die. I would almost say that if my fish didn't live as long as they did, like if Hulk, I might have completely ducked out, had Hulk kick the bucket in between all that kind of stuff. But since he's kind of stuck around, it's like, you know, just because you get tired of the dog doesn't mean you just fucking, you get rid of it. Sorry. Oops. Doesn't mean you get rid of it, and they just live, and they're part of your family. And that's kind of what Hulk is, where he's like, he's just a part of the family, he's around, and I've got to give him adequate space. 11 in the chat, 7 likes, thank you. That is a super high percentage. Now, if we got it to 100,000 people, and then 700,000 likes, that'd be, no, 70,000. See where this, because of course I go to live stream and my phone battery's at 27%. What's going on here? Sorry about that. Hit me up with some cues, some questions. What's going on? What's everybody keeping right now? What you got? What's your favorite fish? My favorite fish at the moment, really digging bettas. Like, I love the fish that I keep, but it's so easy when you're um, pause that, David. How's your 2021 been so far? It's been great. My 2020 was great. I'm very blessed. I have a great life, great family. Um, things are really good. Having a great time. You and family been keeping okay? Yeah, family's great. Kids are getting to an age now where they're slightly difficult, but um, uh, it's just how it goes. But back to fish. My favorite fish right now that I'm kind of is bettas. For one, you can keep them in smaller aquariums. You don't need to, like, when you buy a betta, it isn't this like, look at 100% like to viewer ratio. Boom, 9 for 9. Great job, guys. You don't have to buy a betta and then like have this elaborate plan of this grow out process in terms of, so like, okay, I got them in a 20 now. You can't see. Hold on. Neil's just got some keyhole cichlids last week. Those are cool. Super chill. Calm. I like it. Sorry guys, trying to figure out this whole live stream thing. Alright, back at it. Sorry, trying to figure this crap out. David saying, elephant nose fish are my favorite fish at the moment. Weird looking fish, hard to keep, but cool to watch. Had a couple few years ago. Thinking of getting back into some soon. Go for it. Go for it. Jump in. It's one of the cool things is if your love for the hobby is waning and you like get into it, just get it. And then it sparks it up. That's what it does for me is, you know, I get into these hobbies periodically, got this, do that, and play a lot of golf in the summer. And just takes one little thing to click you into. It's like, all right, let's go do this, do that, do this, do that. Super fun. Usually ends up costing too much money, which is not fun. Least favorite fish I ever had from Gunner's Fishroom. That's a good question. I mean, honestly, the least favorite fish I have are usually the fish that, you know, the fish that really tick me off. All of my least favorite fish is when you get a pair going and they start spawning, and then the male goes berserk and kills the female. Like, that is the crappiest, stupidest situation ever, where it's like you got this really awesome thing going, they start spawning, you get fry. I had that with my old Umbi, where I had this beautiful pair and they did a great job and they spawned, and I hate myself sometimes for not keeping fry and doing that and having a line going. But he just, lost his crap one day, and it seems like there's a time clock on those relationships, whereas if you're sticking them in clear boxes, it just seems like at some point in time the male, who is usually bigger, stronger, more powerful, has the opportunity to be like, I'm done with this, I'm done with you, you did. And it's frustrating. If you watch old videos, my favorite fish probably that I ever had was my pair of Freds. Everybody would think it's old for my Umbi, but my pair of La Ciba Freds that I did that crazy video with the voiceover crap about that battle, and I show that to Hunter and makes him giggle. That was my favorite pair of fish ever. It was the same situation where male kind of lost his crap, killed, and it's just disheartening because their colors aren't the same, they're not spawning. It's hard to find, like if you've got a 10-inch pair of fish, it's hard to go and then find another 6-inch female, and then it's just, the pair just is done, and you're just kind of SOL. Damn, your son must be 40 now. Well, I'm not 40 yet, so he is 8, which is just as crazy. Smarter than all get out. He's sometimes, like his mom's got this ability where she can remember all these little things, where it's like she can remember, where a pair of pants for a certain Christmas showed up for the children. And like for me, I don't even know if my kids have pants. Like she takes care of that, and it's amazing. But she's got this like crazy memory where it's just like, wait, you can remember when you got those socks, who got those socks for my kids. And like Hunter's got that one. Like he's into Pokemon right now, which I'll take the blame for because I kind of got into it, and now he's just kind of dives whole head into it. But like he knows every stinking Pokemon, and there's hundreds. Like he pulls his card and he's like, it's this. It's unbelievable. And then his sister is just she's in a time right now where she's kind of mean all the time. And then she's like super sweet, super mean, super sweet. Love me. First class pressure washing. That is better be first class. Now, does that mean you go onto airplanes and just wash those seats, and then everybody who sits in coach and stuff just gotta sit on dirty seats? It doesn't seem right. I must have fell and hit my head. Last thing I remember, I was checking out some sick drone footage. Now it's 4 to 5 years later and you have a beard. Ever since they started making everybody wear masks in public, and my job has not stopped through COVID, why do I need to shave? I mean, I keep it trimmed up, but if I've got this all the time, like, what's the freaking point? Making DIY aquarium rocks, still one of my favorite videos. That's one of my favorite videos too, because of how many people truly think that when they click on that video, they're learning how to make DIY aquarium rocks, because I still get angry comments about that video. Seemingly about once every couple months, I get somebody who's like, you know what, this is bullcrap. I came on here trying to learn something, and and I'm like, did you seriously think you could make a rock? Just go outside and pick up a freaking rock if you really want a rock. You clicked on this video because for some reason you thought that you could make a rock. You could make a rock. You don't make rocks. Volcanoes make rocks. Immense pressure makes rocks. Not Play-Doh and an oven and some dude with like some loosely laid plant. Like, I love those videos. Those videos get the most dislikes, those, pranky, whatever, aquarium DIY videos. But to me, that was the funnest, because it's like, there's enough DIY videos out there. If you need to know how to make a freaking aquarium stand. There's 752 videos to make it. It's super easy. There's no videos how to make aquarium rocks because it's not real. Same with perpetual motion videos. First class pleasure. I'll clean anything for the right money. It's a good way to look at it. Good way to look at it. I think I like the heater video too, where I put top ramen and put it in a dirty peanut butter jar and tried to sell people that you could put that. Same thing. Angry comments. Be like, oh, this is stupid. DIY. This isn't a DIY aquarium here. This guy's an idiot. It's like, dude, just buy a freaking heater. Why do you need to make a DIY heater? If anybody watches this video, there's 12 people watching this video. DIY projects aren't usually super, it's not saving you thousands of dollars. Most of the time, if you just buy a nice quality product made by a company, it's gonna be usually better. Just my opinion. And rocks found by the stream are usually free. Usually free. Phoenix Fish, how many tanks do you have now? So if you take 1,000, divide that by 1,000, you get 1. You multiply that by 10 tanks. 4 10s, 2 40s, 2 75s, a 55, and a 200 and something. Come on, guys. Need some background action. This guy right here. All you gotta do is walk by the tank with your hand somewhere, and he's just trying to suck pellets out of the tank. I don't understand. Gutter hood lights. You know what? So I'm a DIY every single light in this aquarium except for on this 55. Which way? This way. Because I just bought a package that had everything with it. It seemed like a good deal. I go shop lights for everything. Bright white. To me, that's the best DIY light. It's just a freaking $15 3-foot shop light. It's incredible. Look at all these comments. You guys are amazing. I'm so glad there's so many people with nothing to do right now. Even though it's only 13 people. This is cool. This is cool. One of the things that I've learned DIY versus buying is I've recently, like I was always into the DIY. The freaking, this stuff for your lids, it does a great job for cheap, but like, I got Versatops on all these tanks, and it's better. It's a better fit, better seal. And PetSmart lately online, if you go through their app, PetSmart's been running some pretty crazy deals. I bought for the 10s, I'm setting up all the 10s, and I bought lids for all of them. They were like $6 on sale. It was like $6.97 per lid, and I was like, just doing the math. If I were to go to Home Depot, buy glass, cut the glass, all that kind of stuff, or you know any type of DIY lid, it's like it'd be more expensive. So did I say PetSmart? PetSmart. Check PetSmart's online sales. They've been really solid. Only issue with me is locally, they never have it. They run this stupid, speaking of deals, the only reason I have these 10 gallons, which I'll just kind of do a little fancy rotation, got some 10 gallons right here. See, that's beautifully painted, and that's just wood. High quality stuff. I was scrolling PetSmart super early. I worked super early, and I was just like dipping into this stuff back again. And I got 4 10-gallon tanks for $8 because there was a mistake on their website where they listed them for like $2 a piece. When the guy came out, did curbside pickup, he's like, "What the? You got a crazy deal. I guess there was a accidental price." I was like, "Yeah." You can put them in the back though. It's def better. Thanks, Phoenix Fish. My brain's going in 30 different directions, but I agree with you at the time. Check out this bed right here. Let's see if we can get him. I've just been digging the bettas lately. They're very reminiscent of these other big guys. The lids look. Agreed. Thank you for that. This is kind of nice. Agreed. I like the versatility. Although, the scene creates some lighting issues sometimes. Like when it's just fully clear, straight across, there's no, like you don't have to position the light anywhere specifically to avoid that shadow effect. But to me, it's the moisture control issue. When you just buy real, lids, the seal is tight, the moisture control is much better, your evaporation's a lot less. It's fantastic. How many people we got? 12 likes, 99% like ratio. You guys are the best. Sorry guys, just checking a couple things. Back in it. Have you thought about breeding bettas? Get some sick color combos going. No. That seems, I've watched a few videos, just, here and there. That seems like a complicated process. That's why I like Central and South American cichlids, because they do all that themselves. The process that it seems to, breed bettas and, get the female in there, take the female out once it, I like the look of a solo male in a tank or, a little community tank. I'll show you these guys that I've got going on over here. And to me, it's just cool. Like, I've got two pairs of fish spawning behind me that you can't see. I've got a pair of umbies and a pair of Mandopsis tetracanthus. I'm sure it's changed since the last time I saw it years ago. But I'm already going to have 500-600 babies floating around this stinking place in the next week or so, and it's already overwhelming to think about. So no, not breeding bettas. TY buddy, have you kept any native fish? Not recently. There is a story though of a Boy Scout camp where I brought home, so when I was, 8, 10 years old, I don't know how old I was. I was stupid. So I went on this Boy Scout camping, staying in these things. I was super into fishing at the time, so I brought my fishing pole, and we're right on the lake, so I'd get up every morning, go catch largemouth bass. Everybody knows, probably #1 sport fish in America. And I snuck home about probably a 6-8 inch live largemouth bass in a Harry Potter cauldron. I'm not sure why that was on the Boy Scout trip with me, but snuck that home, and it died in my closet in the basement where I slept in the house where I grew up, and it smelled horrible. So I've been keeping fish for a long time. Was not good at it when I first started. and it was pretty disturbing that I did that. Have any cool drone footage? No. That one's tough. Like drones, I feel like it's getting more difficult to find places to do that kind of stuff. Anywhere cool, it's like you end up being by an airport, you can't fly it. No, but thanks to Mailman for chiming in. Thanks for watching. Question. Oldest fish you kept? How long? This guy's going on 9 years. He is 9 years old. And he doesn't seem to be slowing down. So, come on. There's 10 of you there. Let's go. Type it in. Let's go. Oldest fish you've kept. What was it? How long? I'm just gonna go check on my kids real quick. Get those responses in. Pretty sure those are pictures of my kid. There we go. Oscar for 3 years. Nice. I've got an Oscar. Where is he? Right there. That dark thing right there. Little tiger Oscar. Hunter loves the freaking things. I have an Oscar that's 7 years old. She's about 14. Dang, 14-inch Oscar. That's a big fish. Pacu for about 8 years till it broke the heater and electrocuted itself. Pacu's, whoever idea it was to sell Pacus is ridiculous. Speaking of Pacus, we owned one as a child, as well as an alligator snapping turtle, which not recommended. We had one in probably a 20 high, maybe a 29 gallon. That it was something my parents that we fed hot dogs. And it just like lived, and then I think we put it in a pond that we dug in the backyard, and maybe got too cold at one point and passed away, but crazy. I had a goldfish called Frank for 12 years, went belly up at least 4 times, kept him alive with a few shots of whiskey. 7-year-old rummy-nosed tetra. That's impressive. I have a baby snapping turtle now. Is it an alligator snapping turtle, Niels? Alligator? Because we found one. We used to live in Missouri, and we were out doing some catfishing, and my dad had some freaking insane eyes. We drove over it, and it was probably like this big, and he like skids and stops, and we jump out, and he goes and grabs, saving it. And instead of like releasing it into the wild, we like kept it, which was not a smart decision. Thanks for the responses. Great job. So the Pacu, first class pressure washing. He has about the size of a diamond. I bought it, fed it dog food. It was an easy way to talk the wife into letting it upgrade tanks. That's great. I just watched been watching a few videos of Ohio Fish Rescue, which if any of those guys are watching this, like, there's something off with what's going on. It just seems like I respect what they're doing and trying to save the fish, but that place, somebody needs to go in there and help them out, because it just seems like they're just shoving everything into every tank that they can get, and they're stuck with. But I think his name's Big Rich, the guy with the mullet, and I don't think he ever wears shoes. He saved this Pacu out of like 120 gallons. It was like 40 pounds. Some dude had kept in his basement for like 30 years or some crap. And I'm like, how did that thing not just lose its heck and just turn and destroy the tank? Insanity. So the alligator snapping turtles, Melman, are the ones with the crazy ridges on their back. They've got that dinosaur tail with the ridges. Honestly, they're probably illegal to keep in a personal aquarium. My dad's not around to go to jail, so suck it, police. Just kidding. I didn't say that. Keep checking, make sure it looks decent. Probably gonna hop off here in a few 45 minutos and so. The little one's a few spikes like bumps on his back. Good luck with that snapping turtle. You ever watch those Coyote Peterson videos where he puts like the bamboo on his hand and has the snapping turtle bite him? That is some of the stupidest stuff I've ever seen. Like, there's certain things like when he does like the bee sting videos where it's like, it's kind of interesting. Yeah, bee stings hurt and there's levels to it, but it's like everybody knows the snapping turtle just like bites crap in half. We don't need to see. I don't need to see. I'm gonna watch it because it's interesting, but I don't need to see it bite you for me to know that it's going to rip you apart. Coyote, he's freaking awesome. He's cool too because when I was growing up, it was Steve Irwin, and it's always going to be Steve Irwin. I cried when that guy died. Like, to see that a lot of people are kind of carrying on that sort of conservationist type of deal is pretty cool. And Coyote Peterson does it entertaining. He's put his body through a lot. There's probably going to be some point in time where he gets himself in over his head, which hopefully never happens. But my son loves him. Loves him. He like designs his Lego character on his game. He's like, Dad, looks like Coyote Peterson. So Niels, he must be in Belgium, because you say Belgium is weird like that, can't keep redwood sliders, not even with permits. But we need no permits to keep those giant snapper turtles. That's kind of crazy. I mean, maybe because redwood sliders are probably more invasive. I feel like that's one of those things where if they got released out, they'd balloon the population and kind of take over an area. Pretty crazy. Behind me, biggest tank? Yes. It's 8 feet, 30 inches front to back, and like 20 inches long. It's like 225 gallons. Pretty cool. Well, I think I've got to hop off of here. It's dinner time. I've got to take part in that. Help out. Which usually just means eat, because my wife's amazing and cooks me incredible food. I kind of eat like a college person who's like, doesn't like today I made fried rice with ground beef, a couple eggs. Basically whatever I saw in the fridge I just kind of threw in it. It was good, but it was like, if I like had somebody over and was like, hey, you want to try that? They'd be like, I'm going to leave. Put a snake head in there. No. Pass on the snake heads. Thank you, first class. Stay safe. Keep your family healthy. Family's doing great. Everybody, we'll be back and doing this some other time. Tell your friends. Peace out to the 12 of you watching right now. It's cool to be back. Peace.